Welcome to College Football 26, the first of its kind video on this channel. Dynasty mode, Minnesota Golden Gophers. Not PJ Fleck. No. Coach Chuck Fross, state of Minnesota 9-man legendary coach, will be taking the reins. He's moving on to bigger goals and dreams. Trying to take a team from the middle of the pack in the Big Ten and push them into perhaps an actual conference championship, a big-time bowl game, a national championship? I'm going to find out, how can Coach Fross take the Gophers to that elite level? Now, Coach Fross comes in with a lot of experience at the high school level. Like I said, 9-man football. 9-man football. How does 9-man football translate into FBS division championship level coaching? Well, Coach Fross knows a thing or two about coaching ball. He said in an interview, it's just time for me to, move on to bigger and better things. I have a lot of experience at the 9-man level, but I kind of got a little bored of it. Now, did Coach Fross win any championships at the 9-man level? No. But he did make a few state title games. He was a runner-up on a couple of occasions. It's tough getting over the hill. Competitive. Now, what type of coach is Coach Fross? Is he a motivator? Is he a recruiter? Is he a tactician? If there's one thing I know about Coach Fross, it's that he really can motivate. He'll get the best out of his players. Coach Fross is a motivator. We'll use the Minnesota playbook, although Coach Fross at one point in time did run a, like the Air Force offense, wingbacks, little wishbone offense. Now, let's see. What kind of defense are we going to run here? I think we'll go with a base 3-4. You know what? Coach Fross is from Minnesota. It's going to be his alma mater. I suppose we got to keep the pipeline within state. It would only make sense. He's got connections at the high school level. Demeanor, classic. I don't know if calm would be best. Coach Fross can be a little intense. It's either classic or intense. It may depend on the, just how things are going situationally. Let's go with intense. I like it. Stance. Is it going to show me what this means? Hands on knees? What does this even mean? It's not changing anything. We'll go classic. All right, we got to go with appearance here. Now, unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be any representation for men with the horseshoe bald pattern style of hair, nor glasses, slightly beadier eyes. So I guess we're settling for generic coach head 101. That may be as close as we're going to get. It's unfortunate. Maybe they'll patch and add some more styles. One can only hope. But it is what it is at this point in time. Now, everything with this build is pretty much what I'd want it to be. So we're good with his appearance. Gear. Now, let's see what we can do here. Now, when it comes to gear, we're going to keep it simple. Some of these are a little trendier, perhaps, than Coach Fross is used to, but we'll go with the jacket, a little pullover. All right, we have our outfit picked out. Coach Fross is ready to give a hell of a motivating pregame speech to get the boys fired up and to turn this program around. Let's get to it. Now, you can see here before Coach Fross signed what some of the history, or the recent history at least, of the Gophers look like. If you're not familiar with them, kind of a forgettable team, especially in this conference. Some solid seasons in 21, 22, 9-4. Respectable bowls, I suppose. 2023 was a bit of a step back. Nice, solid bounce back last year. 2019 was probably peak under Coach Fleck, 11-2. That's the best season we're probably going to find here for quite some time. As you go back into the early 2010s, end of the 2000s, it was rough. The low point 2007, 1-11. Yikes. Now, obviously going back a little while, but you can see there haven't been extreme highs either in the time since. But it's time to set this little bar graph higher. And Coach Fross may just be the man to do that. So with our 2-year contract signed in hand, it's time to set up our recruiting board, check out these scouts. But before we do this, there's a couple things I want to look at. One, we need to check out our roster. We need to know what we're working with here. We need to know what it is that we should be targeting within recruiting. So let's go position by position. At the quarterback position, there was some turnover. Had a senior last year graduate. At this point in time, Drake Lindsay, freshman redshirt from Fayetteville, Arkansas, looks to be the starter. I'm not super excited to play with him. He's not mobile. Just not really my favorite style to play with, but nonetheless, probably going to have the best arm. Youngest, Dylan Whitkey, if he were to struggle, perhaps he'll get a shot. The most mobility out of this group is actually the third quarterback. I don't know that I'm going to try to pronounce his name because I don't think I'm going to get it right. I'll give it a shot. Max Shikenjansky. Probably wrong. But he's got some speed. He's got some quickness. The throwing power leaves a lot to be desired. 82 is rough. A little bit of a noodle arm. Running backs, we got some players. Darius Taylor, phenomenal junior. Not home run speed, but quick, strong. Jay Turner, junior. We have Cam Davis, a senior redshirt. Probably going to get supplanted pretty quickly in this roster. True freshman in Johan Cardenas. At receiver, we got Javon Tracy, a junior, redshirt junior. You know, I'm not thrilled about this group either. We don't have any freshmen on the roster. We don't have anybody above 90 overall. Logan Loya, a redshirt senior. I'd prefer to get some of these other guys below him time. You know, Malachi Coleman perhaps could move into that number 2 spot. Now with him, what's exciting is not only that speed, 96 speed, 93 acceleration. He's going to be quick. He's going to be fast. 6'5". You don't see a speedster archetype too frequently with somebody at that height. So that's exciting. I'd like to move him into that 2 spot. However, although this seems strange because you don't see too many 6'5" guys in the slot with that speed and quickness, maybe he belongs there. Lameek Brockington, he's a redshirt senior. I remember playing with him a bit last year. I liked what I saw. It looks like he's slipped a bit on this in this depth chart going into this season. So we're definitely going to be recruiting wide receiver. We're certainly going to be recruiting quarterback. I'd like a little more depth at running back, but we're probably set for at least 2 seasons with Darius Taylor. Tight end, that'll be a point to recruit as well on the offensive side. Drew Biber, redshirt senior, another redshirt senior in Jamison Gears, a true senior. Oof. That's kind of rough to never be redshirted and be 68 overall. No offense there, Frank Bierman. But we don't have a lot coming up here either, so that'll be another position to hit home. Let's take a look at the offensive line. Ali Tafai, probably going to get passed up by Nathan Roy. If not this season, then certainly by next. If we don't already recruit there to replace that. Greg Johnson's a true junior, 77, solid. Now, we do have a redshirt freshman at center waiting in the wings. Brett Carroll behind Ashton Beers, who is a redshirt junior. That'll be kind of an interesting one to sort out. If not this season, by next. We'll see how they develop. Guard, we have a true freshman in Matthew Crow Hills. That could be a redshirt potential here. I think that would make a lot of sense with a redshirt senior and a redshirt junior to just go ahead and redshirt Matthew Crow this year. Along with a lot of these true freshmen, you don't look like they're ready to go. Tobias Needles would be another one. Dylan Ray is a redshirt senior right tackle. So the offensive line is not strong. I mean, it's average if you look back at these. We don't have anybody over 80 overall. I don't even know if I'd call that average, truthfully. It's going to be it's going to be pretty atrocious as we play the bigger teams in our conference. If we have a tough non-conference schedule or matchup as well, it's going to get ugly against a good team. The left edge rusher here, 86. That's great. He's only a junior. He's a red shirt. If you have a true freshman, we can throw that red shirt on as well. Riley Sunram. Lucas Finnessy will be our right edge, or will he? He's a redshirt senior, but Jackson Howard is only a redshirt sophomore. I don't like the idea of him getting more snaps. And then we have another freshman we could look to redshirt, and man, that's a tough name. Enoch Adwagbola from Avon, Indiana. As we move to D-tackle, we have Devin Eastern. 83 overall redshirt senior, another redshirt senior as well behind him, a true senior in Mo Amonodi. Now, what would be an interesting decision here? We have 3 guys who have not been redshirted. I think the obvious would be to redshirt Evan Romano out of Prior Lake. But we could also redshirt a senior. I know that's unconventional, but given the fact that we'd have 2 seniors this year, we could tap another year on to Mo Amonode. It's something to consider. Now, the Sam, we have a couple true freshmen behind Drew Wilson, who is a redshirt sophomore. Our Mike back is Maverick Baranowski, junior redshirt. You know, again, nothing that's going to knock your socks off for sure here, really, on either side of the ball. Just a whole lot of similar overalls on the defensive side as well. Corner, you got one standout, if you want to call him that. 81 overall, that's Zaquan Bryan, who is a redshirt sophomore, so he's still got time to grow. Hopefully he can get close. We should at least be able to get mid-80s to 90 by the time he's ready to graduate. We do have a couple players without red shirts. We have a sophomore we can certainly redshirt for this season. We could consider it with Allen Upton. Again, a little unconventional to redshirt a junior, but it could be an option. My favorite player I've actually seen on this team play, Coy Parrish, true sophomore free safety, 92 overall. I'd love to redshirt him and get an extra year out of him. However, he is our best overall player. I don't think that would be wise to do if we want to win at all in the short term. If we think 3-4 years out, maybe. Not 4. We're not going to have him for 4 more seasons regardless. But we could play Aiden Gooseby this year. I just don't think that's a realistic decision to make, though. And then Kerry Brown. So our safeties may be our strongest position on the roster outside of running back. I'm going to take a little time here to set my depth chart, and I'll be back with you. Okay, the depth chart is set. The red shirts are in place. Now, there were a couple decisions, especially in the offensive line, that I had to make as far as whether I wanted to play an upperclassman or an underclassman. When they were close-ish overall, I did lean in favor of the upperclassmen in a couple of those positions. I think right tackle was the only one in which I did not, because we are so weak on the offensive line that I had to squeeze as much juice as I could out of the overall. Let's take a look at our recruiting board and scout some prospects. Now, as a school with the prestige that we have, we should be able to easily nab many 3 stars, hopefully grab a solid amount of 4 stars, and we should be able to get at least 2 to 3 5 stars. And that should be on the low end of things if we play our cards right. Now, immediately, what's jumping off the page to me from the recommended list at least is Felix Smoot, a 5-star, the 7th wide receiver in this class, the number 30 national prospect overall. He's a physical route runner, 6'3", 205. He's from Carroll, Iowa. The proximity to home should be huge. We are 4th on his list. Now, the schools we could be competing with: Missouri, Kansas, Iowa State. Iowa State could be tough. Missouri being as high as they are out of the gate, and then Michigan's right behind us. That's not great. Hopefully they're not super interested. We also have Greg Joe, who's from within the state. He's only a 3-star. He's a speedster 5'8". Maybe that's a plug-in for the slot. I don't know. I don't love it, but it's someone we could lock in at a later point in time if we do happen to miss on some others. Just thumbing through this a little bit before we start adding guys to our board. I could go position by position. I do actually want to look at quarterback to see what's here before we get too far along. Tevin Browning's our top recommended one to recruit. We have this silver pipeline on him. He is from Illinois. He's not super far away. Missouri, again, is number 1. It's interesting that we've had 2 prospects now. He's a 4-star. Pocket passer. Again, I'd like a little more mobility, but that's okay. We can adapt. We do have a backfield creator as the second one, Josh Gordado. He's from Texas, a little ways away from home if we were to bring him in. But what's interesting there is USC is number 1 on his highest influence list at this point in time. Everett Potts, a 5-star. The first 5-star we're seeing here on our recommended page. Quarterback out of Anaheim, California. Wow, his interests are kind of all over the place. So Ole Miss right now has the most influence on him. LSU second. Okay. USC, finally someone from within state. If they get interested, if that's a high priority for him, proximity to home, that could be tough. But his deal breaker is conference prestige. I don't think we're going to have trouble there, but you can see he's got some SEC schools already, barking up that tree. So I think the first thing we're going to do, though, is add a few of these quarterbacks. We're gonna throw that 5-star on here. Let's go to our Ennies again. We really need to beef up our offensive line. But I want to throw Felix Smoot in. That's one I'm just not gonna forget about. There is a 4-star corner, Jimmy Barr, as well, that I think would be a good pull for us. He's the number 43 corner, but he is a 4-star, Chicago, Illinois. He doesn't have a lot of influence from anybody yet. You can see LSU is a little bit farther out, however, from the rest. We are 5th on his list, but it's a considerable little distance between LSU and even the 2 through 4 schools from us. But if we were to throw more points in, hopefully we get off to a good start and can get out ahead of some of those bigger schools. If not, we could be in trouble. The thing we have to be careful about here is not investing too many points right away on these big recruits. If we swing and miss, we could be in trouble later on in the recruiting season. But we are going to take a shot at Jimmy Barr. Dom Lindsay, number 3 safety. I mean, safety's a strong suit for us. I don't know. It does say we have 0 out of 2 needs at strong safety. I just don't know that I'm understanding that because we do have an underclassman who is solid at strong safety. But it's recommended. I suppose when we think 2-3 years down the road, we don't have anything coming up. So it makes sense in that perspective from that point of view. Bryce Gallimore. I'm going to go ahead and finish this off video quick, and I'll update you on who we've added once that process is complete. Tight end is brutal, by the way. As I'm looking through tight ends, I mean, we got nobody, at least in our recommended page, that has us anywhere. Let's look in our pipelines once. I mean, even within our pipeline, we're just not on anybody's radar. So Coach Fross is going to have to really work to recruit these guys. Now, we didn't choose recruiter. We chose motivator. I don't know, in reality, how valuable that is in this game. But I wanted realism. And Coach Fross is a motivator. So, if that makes recruiting more challenging, so be it. It's more fun that way. Okay, now as you can see, I only have 33 targets out of 35. I don't think in this first class, as hard as we're going to have to work for some of these upper echelon recruits, that it's going to be realistic for us to pull in that many. So I want to keep a couple spots open for flexibility to save some points. Kevin Browning's one we're probably going to have to throw a lot at. You know, you can see Josh Guardado. We're not anywhere in that top 8. We're not top 8 on Everett Potts. Felix Moot, we're 4. Somehow, some way, we're number 4 on his board. That would be a phenomenal grab. Jimmy Barr, we're 5th. We got some work to do, though. Dom Lindsay, 5th. He's a strong safety. DeMarcus Pratt, 6th. We got some... You know what I noticed as I was going through this? Ohio State is just... Apparently everybody's highly influenced by Ohio State. And Clemson as well was probably a runner-up. And for some reason, Missouri seemed to make more appearances than I would have expected. But Cooper Ralston, we're 7th. Ian Quenty, 6th. He is a left tackle. That'd be big. I know he's only a 3-star, but we really need the depth there and to upgrade that position. Greg Joe, 3rd. He's a wide receiver. Probably, you know, he isn't going to change life around here, but it's a guy type of player you still need to bring in. Steve Ansa. Now, we're not in the top 8, but I thought with Kansas being 1, Liberty being 2, UCF 3, and so on and so forth, there's a chance we can get in on a couple guys like this. Jaron Ebron, I can't imagine Michigan State's going to be throwing too much his way. We could probably move up real quickly on that one. Zaire Toomer, this is kind of a dream one. Tight end was rough. There's nothing there. Clemson, once again, is probably going to have the driver's seat. But if we can find a way to move up his board in a hurry, that would be a great steal. Mitch Carter, right guard, just to upgrade our depth there. We're number 8. We could quickly fly up this one. Nobody has a ton of influence on him. Marquise Tam, we're 8th. Again, not scared by anybody in that top 3. Same here with Jimmy Mateo, another lineman that we so desperately need. Center Caleb Levine. We're not in the top 8, but we should be able to get there. Although there are some tough schools in his top 8. That could be actually rough. I didn't realize there were so many SEC schools. And then your Ohio States of the world. And Penn State, I saw too. Matthew Gilliam, center. A lot of influence from those top 2 schools, but they're just not super prestigious. Maybe we can find a way to get up there. Kofi Kuda. I think. We're going to go with that. An athlete. We're thinking lineman, probably. I don't know which side of the ball yet. Probably offense because we need it so much. Tyree Wayne, I'd love to get in on. He's an edge rusher. We are in the top 8. It's only Duke at the top. This isn't basketball, boys. We got a chance. Gerard Beatty. Georgia's up there. Notre Dame, LSU. This can be tough. It's a reach. I don't want to throw too many points his way, but it might be the only way we have a chance to. It's just, that's going to be tough. Avery Lanning is a 5-star right edge. A lot of tough schools again to go against. I don't know. I mean, he's the number 2 right edge, 26 player overall. Is it possible? Sure. Is it likely? Probably not. Rudy Adai, maybe. D-tackle. Tyreek Tootin. We got Ohio State 1, Tulane 2. Love the Green Wave. Maybe we can find our way into that one. Greg Bullocks, we're not in the top 8, but again, look at these schools. I think we got a chance. Trent Fowler, Sam, Backer. We can get there. Same with Sergio Crum. I think we got a shot. Calvin Lake's a Mike. Tough schools. We'll see. We had a few Mikes. It suggested we recruited 4 middle linebackers. So we're taking a flyer on Manny Labino as well. Miles Clapp. Jamie Hester, another running back. I did recommend we go after 2. I figured I'd target a second one, and same with Bo Teague, a second strong safety. Not too intimidated by the schools on this list either. We'll see what happens, but that is our list. Now, I won't go through every single recruit here, but let's take a look at a couple of the guys on our board. As far as our strategy goes, when we're talking 4-star, 5-star recruits, we are not in the position at this school right now to be too particular as far as scouting many of these guys to the max. We may just have to throw scholarship offers out there, throw points at these guys and hours, and hope for the best. Once we get into a position where we rack up more hours, where we're winning 5-star recruits on the regular, then we can be a little more particular. Right now, we have to throw things at the wall and see what sticks. So We're going to offer many of these guys scholarships. I'm probably not going to spend a lot of points on scouting. I know early on we'll have a little more flexibility to do that because we don't have to do the, 50-hour activities just yet. So I may scout some of these guys this first week, but it's unlikely that I'm going to get to like the level 3, level 4 scouting with many of these players because we just can't afford to burn that many hours when we're going to be going against such difficult schools to beat out. So with Tevin Browning, let's go ahead and offer him a scholarship. All right, we've broke the bread as far as that goes. Now, again, we're competing with Missouri, LSU, TCU. There's so much influence. It's going to be tough to find ourselves in that top 3. But in order for us to have a shot at it, now, again, we can't do any actions, right? This week. So this actually would be that time to scout. But after week 1, once we crack the top 10, top 8, and we can start doing actions, we probably will not do much scouting. Let's take a look and see what kind of things are working with him. 74 awareness. Speed doesn't look bad. Acceleration, The throwing power looks like it could be top tier, which is great. He's probably just not going to be super mobile, although there is some decent looking speed there. We do have enough points for this week to scout against, so we'll hit that. But I do want to see as well the mentals. We got Silver Road Dog, Roller Coaster as well. So that is related to his composure gain and loss. It's more volatile. That could be both good and bad. But increased composure gains on the road is always a good thing. Let's hit the scout again. We'll have 80% scouted. The awareness can grow and develop. Throwing power is good. We figured that. Speed, it looks like took a hit. As we've scouted him a little more closely, it's not going to be great. He's not going to be a mobile guy. Accuracy's not bad. So he's going to have a strong arm. The deep accuracy doesn't look like it's going to be good. I'm assuming that's going to be in the 70s. Let's move down to our next guy, though. I don't know that we need to go too much deeper on scouting him. I do want to scout Felix Smoot. Throw him the scholarship, first of all. Now, a couple of good things as we look at this board as well. Conference prestige is an A+. Playing time is an A+. Proximity at home is an A for Felix Smoot. Again, he's from Carroll, Iowa. We have to hope that those are things that are important to him. We may need to sway him if not. Let's do some scouting. Not super precise at this point in time. That ranged window for a lot of these is pretty wide. The medium route is the only thing we know. We don't know any of his mentals either. Acceleration's an 89. Press Pro. He's got improved beat the press ability. So there's that. He is a physical route runner. I suppose that would make sense. You'd hope he'd have some abilities related to this. Catching is a 72, though. Not great. Let's do it one more time. Ooh, okay. He's a gem. So, we know we're in on Felix Smoot. I wasn't blown away by that first round of scouting, but unlocking his development trait is huge, knowing that he's a gem. Speed and acceleration, hopefully he can develop a little more because it's not phenomenal. But this is the best receiver we're going to be able to get. So it's going to be huge for us to be able to land Felix Smoot. Unfortunately, looking closer at Josh Gordado, us not being in the top 8, another big factor beyond that, looking at our grades, conference prestige, phenomenal, of course, but given that B is the highest beyond that, and so many things are C's, D's, I just don't think this is a good use of resources. I think we're out on Josh Gordado. I may look to replace him with a different quarterback. This one's tough with Dom Lindsay. Third strong safety in the class. He's a 4-star. Silver adrenaline for mentals. Skills, attributes so far look okay. If you look at the bottom right, we see normal dev trait. The trouble is, as much as that's unappealing, can we afford to pass up on the third overall strong safety in this class with where we sit currently? Probably not. So, if push comes to shove, I may fold, but at this point in time, I have to stay in on Dom Lindsay. The more I look at Dom Lindsay, the less enthused I am. 81 speed, only 86 acceleration. The zone coverage is solid. Man coverage is terrible. It's a safety, I guess. But it's just... Man, I think I'm out on Dom. I think we got to go another pathway at strong safety. As we look at our schedule, we're scheduled to play Buffalo week 1. Normally, I don't like such cupcake opponents. However, they were 9-4 last season. It's probably a good way for us to get our feet wet, get a feel for this team. Now, in this dynasty, my plan is to play each game. Some dynasties, it may be more of a play the moments, kind of get through seasons more quickly. I think in this series, we're going to play game by game. That means it may only be a game or two per video before the next one's dropped. But we will play Buffalo here within this one. I don't think we are going to play FCS Southeast after this. I think we'll be changing that. Going on the road to Cal. I do think we'll leave that one in. Now, it's still so mind-blowing to me that that is an ACC school. So be it. We'll go on the road to Cal. We're open week 4. Our conference schedule starts with Rutgers at home. Ohio State on the road is going to be tough. Going to be tough. We'll have Purdue at home, Nebraska at home. Look for some of our big recruiting visits to take place, possibly during that Purdue game, possibly during Nebraska. We'll go to Iowa. We'll have Michigan State at home. Be another opportunity to bring some recruits in. We're going to go to Oregon for another in-conference game. That'll not be an easy one. Northwestern we'll go to. And we'll finish our conference schedule with Wisconsin at home, playing for Paul Bunyan's Axe. Have Army-Navy week, we'll have the Big Ten Championship at Lucas Oil. However, we need to make a decision here. If we remove FCS Southeast, now, we could look to replace it during the same week. We could leave it open. We could move this game to week 4. I think it's better that we're already not playing week 0. We're playing week 1. Let's play weeks 1, 2, and 3 consecutively. Get a rhythm. Get a little bit of a break here in week 4 before that conference schedule starts. So let's see who's available on week 2 besides the FCS schools. We could bring Air Force into town. We could bring Bama in, or we could go to Bama. Now, I don't know if I love the idea of getting my teeth kicked in. Arizona State, potentially. Auburn, maybe. Could we look more middle of the pack? If we look outside the top 25, but we look for an opponent that's not a slough. Now, I believe Minnesota did play Tulane last season. I don't think Tulane's a complete pushover by any stretch. It does look like they've taken just a hair of a step back from last season. But I think I like the idea of playing the Green Wave. I like that school. Love the mascot. Love the uniforms. Love the color scheme. Now, since we're going to Cal, let's bring the Green Wave to Huntington Bank. We'll play them week 2. Everything else, I think, looks good. So, save our changes. Let's check out the top stories. The preseason Heisman Watch. Jeremiah Smith out of Ohio State is the favorite. Ryan Williams from Bama. Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. Round out your top 5. Do we have any All-Americans? I don't know. Maybe Darius Taylor. Go back to the first team. Not much love for your Gophers. If we don't have a running back, maybe Coy Parrish? No. Rod Moore. Redshirt senior, 92 overall. Fair enough. TJ Metcalf. Okay. He's an 82. I don't know. Okay. We'll have to live with it. All right. Let's upgrade our coach skills, and then we are just about ready to get the season kicked off. Chuck Fross! Chuck Fross. 9-man legend. The active perk is Grow Together. 7 bonus XP whenever a player levels up. So, that may help progress these players more quickly. Just 7, though? I mean, I don't know. We got to get 5 players drafted to unlock Master Motivator. We need to spend 50 in Motivator. Okay. Coordinators, we have Greg Harbaugh Jr. Really? Cousin of Jim and John Harbaugh. He's a talent developer. Draft dividends, 3,000 bonus XP when a player is drafted. All right, I mean, a lot of draft-oriented things here are heavy. Now, the Gophers will get some players drafted, but we're certainly not going to be an Alabama, Georgia level of draft talent pool here, at least not yet. A strategist, Danny Collins. Show, don't tell. 1,500 bonus XP for each prospect visiting for a win. That would be nice. Okay. We're good with our coordinators for now. All right, we got 10 points to spend. The only thing we can spend them on right now is Motivator. Coach Fross is a culture setter. Now, interest boost for QB recruits when a QB hits a skill cap. I mean, it's all when they hit skill caps. Okay. So which position do we want to focus on here? I just think quarterback changes life so much. We got to start there. That's 8 of our 10 points. Okay. Coach Frost getting better already. Look at him. Young. He should be bald. He should be bald. Not completely bald. He should have the horseshoe. He should have glasses. Beadier eyes. The goatee's great. The goatee's spot on. We got to get some representation out here. All right. We set up a recruiting board and scouted prospects. The only reason it doesn't have a check mark is because I have 5 points left. We're going to advance. Yes. Everything is set. All right. Tevin's reached his top 8 schools. We're not in the top 8. I didn't see us in the interest. That's not good. Oh, boy. Okay, so championship contender, we're a B-. Wow. Playing style. Okay, if this happens and Coy Parrish transfers, or Tracy, or Darius Taylor, we will be screwed. That would be a setback. We gotta get playing style up. Okay, well, I think we're locked out on Tevin Browning. He's reached his top 8. I think we're locked. Okay. Now, the unfortunate piece of this is that Tevin Browning was our... Well, we had him at the #1 slot on our board. But we are locked out. Tevin Browning must go. We pivot to Everett Potts, whom we are also not in the top 8. And we are projected to miss the cut. Good news is we're still in on Felix Smoot. We're not at risk with top 8. We moved up with Jimmy Barr to 2nd. DeMarcus Pratt, we hold steady at 6. Cooper Ralston, we stay in the top 8. Quenty, we move up to third. Greg Joe, we're up to second. We can catch Colorado State. Steve Ansa, we're not in the top 8. Not in the top 8. Jerron Ebron, we are second. We're closing in on Michigan State. We do have a better pipeline tier here, which could be an advantage. We're probably going to miss the boat on Zaire Toomer. In all likelihood, I knew this one was a little bit of a dart throw, but we'll see. Mitch Carter, we're in the top 5. We moved up. Marquise Tam, we moved into the top 5. Jimmy Mateo, we're up to 3rd. Not looking great on Caleb Levine. Matthew Gilliam. I mean, he's only a 3-star. Whatever. But I wish we were at least in the top 10. Kofi. Probably missing out on that one as well. So now I'm going to go through. I'm going to put some hours in. I'll update as needed. Tough decision to make with Steve Ansa after spreading out and dispersing some of these hours. You can see we had to go heavy on our top guys here. With Ansa, us on the outside looking in, him being a 4-star, I mean, we're hopeful that we can grab Greg Joe. I know he's only a 3-star. We really were swinging for the fences with Felix Moot, and we have a chance. I think with Ansa, we might just sit this out. Let's at least give it a week and see where we're at. We got another 2-star here we can dip into without having to spend much. I'm thinking with Jaron Ebron, we could probably just go 10 points. We're just going to DM him. Zaire Toomer, another tough decision. I mean, we're really stuck at tight end. We'd probably have to send the house to make any noise here, even have a chance. It's hard to invest 50 points in this situation. I think we wait and come back to this. Let me go through some of this list a little more extensively. We'll see where we're at that point. Okay, you can see where we're at here. Fairly conservative approach. I had to spread us a little bit thin. We have 25 targets now as opposed to we started with 33 out of 35. I mean, if we win 20 out of these 25 recruits, that's great. Especially if we can hammer in 1 or 2 of these 5-stars. We've got to land 1, man. I didn't want to go crazy with ours. Again, Ansa's on the board, but I think we're probably out on him. Not too scary teams that have offered, but I think our resources are better spent elsewhere at this point in time. Let's see what happens after this week. So there's our recruiting. All the hours are spent. We have a bye. We'll recruit one more time, and we have our first game. Let's hit next week and see what happens. All right. Still got the same players at risk. Recruiting updates. Felix Moots reached his top 8. We are number 1. We have to put our foot on the gas and try to extend that influence before a big school decides to roll in and scoop him up. Cooper Ralston, we moved up to 2nd. We're in good shape. BYU is going to be tough, but that's not Alabama. It's not Ohio State. It's not Michigan. Greg Joe, we moved up to number 1. He's only a 3-star, but a nice little landing spot. Rudy Adai, top 4. We got in. We're good to go. He's reached his top 8. Now Sergio Crum, unfortunately, he's reached his top 8. We didn't make the cut. Surprises me a little bit. However, I didn't go 50 points or 50 hours. Had I have a feeling we could have made it. Boteague, same. I just didn't go in hard. That frees up some hours, though. We can invest some more in some of these other guys. That's what we may have to do. A couple noteworthy things. Kansas State loses to Iowa State week 1. Little rivalry game in Dublin. Clemson will play LSU this week. Great way to kick off the season. Texas, Ohio State. Doesn't get much bigger than that. And Notre Dame and Miami. Great week 1 schedule. We have Buffalo. Probably not as exciting to the casuals, but hey, got to start somewhere. So we will recruit before this first game, and it's game time. Now, what's not looking good as we look at our board, we only have 35 hours freed from the guys that locked us out. Average Potts, we're still outside of the top 8. Do I give it another week? I don't know, man. LSU's offered, Washington, Michigan, Oregon. Is it realistic? Probably not. I think we should take those 50 hours, try to cash them in somewhere else. So one option I did find here, Nick Stacy. Doesn't look real sexy off the board, or out of the gate. 3-star. But you look at the schools, the only school it's offered is UMass. Whatever. What I like about him, as we go a little deeper here, he is a pure runner. Let's scout before we offer. Ooh, these hours are so valuable, though. Do I do it? I think we just offer. We roll the dice. He's a pure runner. Got to be some mobility, clearly. Let's go ahead and take Botique off our board. We're locked out. Same with Sergio Crum. We have 80 hours to spend elsewhere. We already have 50 on Felix Smoot. Once again, we are number 1 right now in influence. Jimmy Barr, same. We moved up to 1. Washington made a pretty big leap too. Ours was more. DeMarcus Pratt, we made the strongest gain. Illinois, conference rival, is second on his board. We're only doing 35 hours right now. I think it would be wise for us to take friends and family off, take the DM off, and let's send the house. We already moved up to 1 in influence, only giving 35 hours. Let's do 50 and extend that lead a bit. Now with Cooper Ralston, we did make the biggest strides. We're only doing 35 hours on his recruitment as well. We could add another 5 hours to that, make it 40. Not quite send the house, but let's keep some extra hours in our pocket here. With Quenty, man, we had a huge gain here. Only going 25 hours. Penn State and Ohio State actually slipped. Clearly, they didn't really put much in. Let's put our foot on the gas, step on the throat a little bit. Let's go to 35 hours as opposed to 25. We still have 50 to spend. Greg Joe, we made the biggest gains. We're still the only school that's offered. We're only doing 15 hours. Let's go ahead and stay there and stand pat for another week on this one. Steve Ansa, we didn't do anything last week. He's got 4 schools that have offered. 5 if you count us. Do we try to get in? I mean, Kansas really has a grip on him. I don't know how feasible that's going to be to catch up. I mean, without going all 50 hours, I just don't think it's feasible. I think we take him off. Jaron Ebron, we only did 10 hours. It worked well. Michigan State clearly did not do any. Let's stay on pat. Now, Dyer Tumor, we waited it out last week. Only Virginia's offered. Some tough schools, though, in his top 8. Once one of those schools decides they want him, I'm afraid it's going to be too late and too difficult to catch up. The only encouraging thing to me is the fact that nobody else is offered beyond Virginia. I just think it's... If we were in that top 8 already, I think it would be more realistic. I'm not going to remove him. Well, I could just as well, truthfully. Let's remove him. Mitch Carter. I want to catch Indiana. We only went 25. We need so much help in our line. Let's go 35. Marquise Tam, we're number 1. We did 25 hours. We're going to stay with 25 again this week. Jimmy Mateo, we did 25. We have such a huge lead. Let's stay with 25. Matthew Gilliam, we did 35 hours. We didn't get that top 8. Do we bother this week? It is a center. We really need center help. 40 hours left. I'm not going to go full 50. Let's just throw another 5 in there and see what happens. If we don't crack the top 8 this week and we're not locked out, we'll lock ourselves out. Kofi, 25 hours wasn't good enough. I don't know. Nobody else has offered, you know, that's the thing. Let's go 35. 25 hours left. Tyree Wayne, we're way ahead with 30 hours. Let's stick it out with 30. Oh, not yet. Avery Lanning. Oh, the 5-star edge rusher. Nobody's offered besides us. Steep hill to climb. Screw it. Let's at least give him 35 total hours and see what happens. Rudy and I were in the top 5. I think we're okay for now without bumping this up. Let's just go another week. If we lose out on 1 or 2 of these guys, we can ratchet him up to 50. As long as we stay in that top 5, we're not at risk of being locked out right now. Manny Labino. We jumped all the way up to 5. Let's carry that momentum. Let's go to 25 instead of 15. That shall leave us with just 5 more hours. Miles Clapp, we're not... I mean, we did 10 hours. Didn't get us in. We have Hester, we're in the top 5. Kaiser, we didn't get in. Hadley, we didn't get in. Nick Stacy's new to our board. We're gonna pivot from Earl Kaiser. There's 15 more hours. We're gonna give him Jamie Hester an additional 5. Let's go to 30. Now, Tyreek Hadley again. I have 4-star. He's the #1 strong safety. I don't love that we're not in. Syracuse, I mean, they've got a lot of influence. LSU hasn't even offered yet. Miami's offered. They must not be investing much. We only did 10 hours. But what I want to do is get Stacy some hours here. We have 15 to offer him. Let's give him the full 15. What do we do here with this one? With Clapp. Clapp we're not in on. It's one or the other. We either get out on Miles Clapp or we get out on Tyreek Hadley. Now, obviously, a 4-star much more valuable than a 2, right? Given the fact that we are this low on Miles Clapp's board, even though I love the last name, we're out. Let's give it to Hadley. Give him an extra 10 hours. Okay, well, we have 5 more hours to put somewhere. Who could use the 5 hours? Hester? We have 5 hours. No, we don't. We already did social media. Oh, boy. What was the deal with Labino? We're in the top 5. We can search his social media. Let's do it. Okay. It is game time. Finally. Now, just to give you a clue as to what's going on here as far as settings go. We're on Heisman difficulty. I've not touched the sliders. The only thing I did slightly adjust was the wear and tear. I turned that down just a hair. I just know it was so extreme last year. And I know there's some things they've updated and changed with the settings. But I think at times it's just a little bit too involved. So I only bumped it down like 2 or 3 clicks. We'll see how it plays. And if there's things we need to adjust later with sliders, we can. But right now, we're going to try this out as is. We are favored. We are 79 overall. Buffalo just 69. 69 overall offense. We are 79 there as well. 81 defense for us. Only 71 for them. We are the favorites. We need to get this one done. If there's one thing Coach Chuck Fross knows, it's pregame speeches and motivation. So, a little insight as to what that sounded like in the locker room. Coach Frost came out and really had the boys ready to run through a wall. Come on, boys. This is game day. And it's week 1. What better way to start the season than to come out there and put your foot on someone's throat and step on it? All right? You're the favorites. You're at home. If that don't get your blood going, if that don't get your heart pumping, then I don't know what the hell does. All right? That's Coach Fross. Now, that's why he's a motivator. We're going to wear the straight maroon helmets, the gold pants, the white cleats. Apparently the maroon socks. They don't look maroon to me. Let's take a look at what Buffalo's got. Blue helmets, the white on white. I don't love that look. Let's break up the white with some pants to match the helmets. It's a good, clean look. Blue, white, blue. I don't know why all these teams and all these designers make uniform choice so difficult. I'm typically, I don't even know about this look. I'm typically a match the helmet with the pants style. Break up the colors with the top and match those two. That's not what we're doing here, but it is still a good look. The shoulder stripes help. The helmet stripe, it's clean. Roll the boat. I mean, that era I thought was over with Coach Fleck being out, but I guess Coach Ross is going to continue this tradition with the oars. If I had it my way, I'd edit it out. Something like step on the throats instead of row the boats. Here we go. The crowd went with a mix of maroon and gold. Matches our uniforms nicely. 9-mile-per-hour wind tonight. And here's the kickoff. He's going to run this out. Solid tackle here. Not a great decision. Coach Frost loves it. Impact players, Darius Taylor and Coy Parrish, LJ Henderson and Red Murdoch for the Bills. And they're going to start deep in their own territory at their own 12. Wow, could be a costly decision to run that thing out. We're going to put the pressure on right away and blitz. I always adjust my camera view, by the way, just so everyone's aware of that. Oh, boy. Looked like a little false start for the right guard. He's going to... Oh! Thought that was going to be a tackle for loss, but the running back blows through our linebacker. We'll go cover 9 here in second down. What is this camera view now? Okay, I don't like that they removed the option to press up to adjust our camera settings. That is going to be a tackle for loss this time as LJ Henderson is swallowed up. It'll be 3rd and 10. We're going to go a little cover 3. Little matchup zone. See if we can make a play on one here. Kelly out in the slot. Little reverse action. They are going to give it. And there won't be much there. 3 yards. It'll be 3 and out for the Buffalo Bills. Good start for the Gophers. Is what we need. Punt's underway. Loya's going to return this thing. LaRue with a big juke. Gets up to midfield, beyond it to the 43 of Buffalo. Freshman Drake Lindsay on the field. The legacy does indeed begin. As you can see, not a mobile guy. Does have a strong arm. We talked about this in the beginning. Let's run an RPO out of the gate here, I should say. I do think I am going to zoom out here on offense at least. Oh, we got somebody reading our play here on the left edge. We're going to hit that RPO. Out to the flats. Bieber with the catch. I'm struggling with his name. Bieber? It doesn't look like Bieber to me. Bieber. Okay. Now Gears lined up in the second tight end slot. I wish he could run. Lindsey's going to try to. He's got the first, and he's got just enough speed to cross the first down marker and get out of bounds without incident. A little bit of a late shove over there, but nothing called. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 31. We got a man open on the right. That's Tracy. Spins to the 20s, brought down there by Savion Brown. But it'll be a 1st down for the Gophers. Ooh, press coverage. We're going to audible this. What's this? We're jumping off sides, boys? Hey, we had the advantage, fellas. Come on. Discipline! Coach Frost getting a little upset here in the sideline. Can't say I blame him. That's could be a costly penalty. That'll set him back 5. We had an advantage again on that play. We were looking to take advantage of that matchup with the press coverage. But it's not to be, so it'll be 2nd down. 1-on-1 to the end zone! Broke it up. It'll be 2nd and 15. They took a shot. Let's get Darius Taylor involved. We're at the 23. Motion set. It's going to hit Taylor on the backfield. We got it set up nicely. We'll get something out of that. Get it to 3rd and 9. It's a gain of 6. What do we got here? I mean, 6'5" Tracy Brockington on the post. If that safety bites on his... Oh, absolutely. Absolutely! Touchdown! Brockington! The Gophers' first touchdown of the season. I almost said rookie. The freshman Drake Lindsay with his first career passing touchdown. And it's 6-0 Gophers. Look at Goldie. Fired up. Lameek Brockington. I said Lameek Brockington. He is our slot receiver, by the way. I don't think I showed this in our depth chart. I did move him to the slot. Kind of interesting. He was our 4th receiver. I'm just going to skip the extra point, by the way, in the kickoff. The Bills will take over from their 27 this time. Looks like they had a little bit better of a return. They're going to... Quarterback's going to keep it here in the little option. He's going to get 4 out of this. I don't know why my Quan Robertson kept that one himself. I hope switch stick is disabled and stayed disabled, because I know that was a problem last year that never got addressed in either this game or Madden. Catch is made on the left-hand side. It'll be 3rd and 5. Gophers looking for back-to-back 3-and-outs. What can Robertson do on 3rd down? Oh, just made a great read. I bit on the curl. Honestly, if I'd have took the flats away, the curl was wide open. It was just, that was just a good set of routes. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 41. It'll be handoff. There goes Henderson. He's got a gain of 7 on that one. He's a bruiser, and it shows. 2nd and 3. Shotgun set, 3 wide left. He's going to throw over the middle. He's wide open. And the tackle's missed. Unbelievable. Chance Morrow has the catch. They're going fast here. They're going no huddle. They're going to try to take advantage of this momentum they have in this drive. They're up to the 18-yard line, and they're in the red zone. And we're going to see another read option. Quarterback keeps again. And Robertson is up to the 12, gain of 5 to Quan Robertson, the senior. He is a pure runner, and you can see that play out on these read options. Pressure up the middle, ball's loose, ball to the ground, Howard picks it up. 50, 40, oh, he's slowing down. 30, what is happening? 20, 10, why on earth are we going so slow? He will score. Unhook the plow. Unhook the plow. What the hell was that? Why was he so slow? He wasn't gassed, right? That's a costly mistake for the Bills. Let's take another look at this. Howard on the return. Is he hurt? I think he pulled his hamstring, potentially? What am I watching? I'm so confused. I didn't want to go to controls. What happened? He's not hurt. Sure as hell looked hurt. I gotta see this one more time. Just a costly turnover. What is going on here? I don't understand why he's slowing down. All right, we're going to take the points. We're going to take the points. Extra point is true. And it's 14-0 Golden Gophers. Coach Fross is pleased. The scoop and score makes this a 14-0 ball game. Kickoff's underway. Got a lot of that one. There's no chance they're returning this one, right? Correct. We'll take a knee. We'll start at the 25. We're going to go cover 6. Motion to the left. Handoff. Nothing there. He's brought down in the backfield. LJ Henderson is hurt. Not good for Buffalo. He is one of their best players. Not what you want to see. You are a fan of the Buffalo Bills. 2nd and 11. Am I right? Is it the Bills? Am I imagining that? Am I confusing this with the NFL? Robertson completes the pass. It'll be 3rd and 3. I have to see this now. Buffalo. Buffalo who? Okay, well, it's not the Bills. It is the Bulls. So, that's fantastic that I've been calling them the Bills for the past 10 minutes. The Buffalo Bulls are facing 3rd and 3. He's going to roll left. He's got room to run. Eastern brings him down. He will pick up the first down. Taquan Robertson able to get out of the pocket and pick it up himself. 1st and 10, new set of downs for the Bulls. Looked like a little quick jump by the running back there. Parrish makes the tackle. 2nd and 6. Pass was completed. Running back got a little bit of a head start on that play, I thought. 2nd and 6, unless 5 seconds left here in the first quarter. They will get the snap off. They'll get out of the pocket again. Pass is completed. Catch is made. They'll get to the 50, and it's a 1st down again for Buffalo. The Bulls. 14-0 Gophers after the first. They're 6 for 6 when they have passed today. So they've had some success. Ball's given. Nice cut by Henderson, who's back in the game. His best run of the game. It'll be another 1st down for the Bulls. Up to the 39. A little slant left here. He's going to throw. The pass is completed again. Parrish was late to get there. And up the sideline, the Bulls have another 1st down. That's Morrow, his 2nd catch of the day. We got to get some pressure on Robertson. He'll give. Henderson swallowed up again in the backfield. He doesn't have much help back there. Good play by Gooseby. And it'll be 2nd and 11 as they did lose a yard on that play. Robertson with motion from the slot again. Fakes the give twice. The ball's out again. And they're going to lose a ton of yards. All the way to midfield to the 44. Was he down? Did that ball come out? Man, it's a loss of 23 yards. It was 2nd and 11. It's now 3rd and 34. Anthony Smith gets to Robertson on the play action. Actually, doesn't get to Robertson. He makes the tackle at near midfield. There will not be a challenge. It is 3rd and 34. Beware of the scramble. He will throw. It's caught. They'll pick up 10, but that's not nearly enough. They are going to attempt the field goal. So that throw might have been huge just to get them back in field goal range. And that kick is through and true. Wow. Clutch play by the Bulls to pick up 10 just to get in field goal range. And they're on the board. It's 14-3. Gophers lead, cut to 11. We're going to return this. Redding will catch it. Outside of the end zone, Redding's got a hole. 30, 40, midfield. 40, 30, 20, 10. Redding takes it to the house. The kick is returned for 6. And the Gophers are back on the board. 20-3. Explosive play for the Gophers. Returning that kick. What? That's a gut punch for Buffalo. Look at all those white uniforms in his dust. Quentin Redding, the senior, with a 97-yard kick return for 6. It's 21-3. Midway through the second quarter, Buffalo return this one. Green's got a seam at him, and he'll knock him down at the 11. Another rough return for Buffalo. Sets them way back with tough field position. Starting this drive. Let's see what they can do with it. Hand it off. Henderson finds a little bit of room. Solid gain of 5. They're going to come out no huddle. We're going to stay in zone coverage. Cover 2. Robertson gives again. Henderson, no room. Is it stretched out wide? He will not pick up anything on second down. It'll be 3rd and 5. We're going to send a little extra pressure here. Let's get up and guard those sticks. Anticipate the short route. He's going to run or look to, and he's going to be short. He's brought down only a gain of 2. The Bulls will have to punt on 4th and 3. Punt is underway. Gonna have a little room to return. Can't get through that seam. We'll take over a great field position at the 47-yard line of Minnesota. I think they're all over Tracy's route, but we're gonna go ahead and go through with this as play action. Not cover, it was cover 2, it looked like. So good read by Lindsay to keep it himself. He'll dive forward and pick up 6. He's not a runner, but a couple scrambles from today. Can Taylor? I'm too tempted by this. Taylor on the outside! Can't make the catch. He's hit and knocked. The ball's knocked loose. It'll be 3rd and 4. It was worth a shot. Fiber wide open. They're going to pick up the first down and more. Brought down at about the 31, 32-yard line. We'll get another first down for the Gophers. Little bubble screen. Nothing there. Gets a yard. Probably should have just given that one. I do tend to go with coach suggestions when I see things I absolutely don't like, or if there's a play I really want to run or a scheme, I'll change it. But typically, in the interest of time and efficiency, I'll try to pick things off the suggestion list. Taylor's got room to the left. Gets down to the 11. It's a little jet touch pass here. It'll be another first down for Minnesota. Threatening once again to score as we're inside the red zone. Brockington in motion. Touch pass, and Taylor doesn't pick up the edge defender. So now we're stuck with 2nd and 13 as we lose 3 on that one. Gets the throw away. He's got it. Coleman, touchdown! Gophers. Lindsay with his 2nd TD pass of the day. It is 27-3 Minnesota. Doing what they should do against an inferior opponent. Chuck Fross loving it. Great ball. It's a great throw, Lindsay. Keep it up. He's 8 for 10 on the day. We're going to go ahead and jump forward. Kick that thing off. 28-3 Minnesota. Keep the pressure on Robertson here, who's been struggling with that pass rush. More motion action, misdirection, but that throw to the flats doesn't go for much. Parrish is all over it. It'll be 2nd and 9 as he gained just a yard. 2-minute timeout. Second and 9. Ball given to Henderson, who breaks another tackle. He's a tough runner. Doesn't have much help. 3rd and 8 as he picks up another yard. That's just not going to be enough. Got to speed things up now. For the middle. Catch is made. It's short. We're going to call timeout. Another step with our tight end. Biber makes the catch. 2nd and inches, just shy of the first down. We're going to go no huddle. Let's give the ball to Taylor. We got time. Pick up a first down. The clock will stop. Taylor will take that handoff. Pick up the first down to the 46. Is that his first carry today? That may have been his first carry. We're going to audible out of this one. Read the corner here. Linebacker's there, but the catch is made by Coleman. 2nd and 2s. We pick up 8. Gonna run a read option with Drake Lindsay. And that pass is broken up. Rockington couldn't make the catch. It'll be 3rd and 2. Fiber. Oh no. Linebacker all over it. Terrible read. That's on me. Drake Lindsay throws his first career interception. Hey, bound to come eventually. Get it out of the way now against the Bulls. Tough read. I thought the linebacker was going with our action in the flats, but he was all over that one. Tough read. Gonna look to throw deep down the field, and it's caught. Not broken up. Not much of an effort made there either. First down, Bulls. They look to get on the board before halftime, and honestly, if they were to put up 7 here before half, it would leave the door open at least for them. Catch is made. Just to gain a 2, so they'll have to burn a timeout. They only have 1 left. 2nd and 8. Motion to the right. Handoff. Man, they're going to really spend the 3rd timeout on this? Kind of a crazy decision. Just 10 seconds left. This is mind-numbing coach or clock management here. Robertson's going to throw it into his lineman's cheek. It'll be 4th and 9. I guess they'll be content with 3. Unbelievable clock management by Buffalo. They could have easily squeezed out another play. Why run the ball on that second play? That's blocked! The field goal is blocked! And what a disaster for the University of Buffalo before half. They had a chance, potentially, to get 7. With poor clock management, they were going to settle for 3, but instead, the kick is blocked. And the Gophers will look to run the clock out here as we go to half. Taylor with a nice carry. But that will get us to halftime. 28-3, Minnesota Golden Gophers with the lead. Welcome back to Huntington Bank Stadium. Second half underway. 28-3, Minnesota over Buffalo. Hayes is going to return this one. We already have a kick return for a touchdown in this game. Not going to happen this time, but a good return, considering took it out of the end zone up to the 19. Probably should have took a knee if possible, but we can live with that risk. 1st and 10. He's going to hit Taylor out of the backfield. He's got him for a first down up to the 32. I mean, they're just not even recommending runs, which blows my mind given the lead we have and with the talent at running back we have. But I guess Drake Lindsay's going to get his reps today, huh? Another catch made by Biber. He's been busy today as well. 2nd and 5. We're going to throw again. No, we're not. We're going to audible. We're going to hand this thing off. Let's go. Power alert bubble screen. Don't have to throw this, though, do we? We're going to this time. It's there. He's got Coleman. First down. Now we'll run the ball. He's 13-17. Without that interception, it would be looking really nice for the freshman. Taylor runs through the contact, gets the first down. 4 for 44 for Darius Taylor. I don't think it's going to be there for Brockington, but you never know. He's got one-on-one. He's actually got a step. Brockington, catch made. No, he dropped it. Oh. What happened? Lameek. He had a step. The throw's there. It's in his hands. Oh. Well, that's one we want back. I mean, that was 6 all the way. All right. 2nd and 10. Here we go. Shake it off. Shake it off. Gonna hit Taylor on the screen. He's got his lineman set up. Gain of 8. Davion Brown with his 5th tackle today. Let's fake the zone yet. Taylor, another carry here. Motion, Brockington. Taylor's got a little room. He's got the first down. Gets to the 32. He's got 5 for 51 on the day. Longest rush of 20 yards. Fiber again. Oh my God. What's up with our hands on this drive? It'll be 2nd and 10. Oh, nope. And our first sack given up today. 3rd and 18. It just wasn't there, and I should have stepped up. They brought the blitz. We saw it too late. Turner checks in here. We're going to take the short throw to Viber. He's got another catch. It'll be 4th and 10 from the 31. Let's try our first field goal with Dieneberg here. Oh, boy. You may call him shaky at best. If he's got the leg, it's there. He does. It didn't look like he had much more, maybe a few yards to spare, but it's enough to put us back on the board. 31-3 Gophers. And Brady Dieneberg, following his field goal, will kick off. It'll be 1st and 10, another touchback, as the Bulls will start from the 25. He's going to keep it. It's snuffed out. That was Finney? I didn't think that was Finney that made that tackle. Wasn't that Baranowski? 2nd and 12. He's going to throw a little RPO action. He'll pick up 3. It'll be 3rd and 9. Let's go cover 1, quarterback. Spy does love to run. See if we can get there with our front 4. They're going to... Screen! Snuffed out. Not today. They actually lose a yard on that. 4th and 10. They will once again... I am once again looking to return a punt. Punt's underway. Loya. Oh, nothing there. Nothing doing. Maybe a yard. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. Take over from our own 31. He's got Taylor. Taylor with the gain of 9 on the catch. Let's give him the ball again, but on the ground this time. Man, they're just daring me with that press coverage, though, huh? You know what? Oh, God, he's got him. Tracy has a step. He caught it this time. He wasn't the one that dropped it the first time. Lindsey with the bomb all the way down to the 8-yard line. Tracy, is that his first catch? May have been his first catch. Why is the crowd, like, not erupting? It's too quiet in here. 53 yards. Lacey does have a nice arm. He can get the ball out there. Man, I mean, Robertson's 14 of 15. He's just, it's not efficient, though. Are they blitzing the safety right now? Oh, Taylor on the backfield makes the catch. In the flats, gets to the 5. 2nd and goal. stacking the box. Play action. We jumped. Why do we jump every time we want to switch plays, guys? Stop jumping. Second and goal from the 10. Step up, step up, step up! I didn't step up soon enough. He sacked. Son of a bitch. Third and goal from the 15. Got a man crossing the field. It's Brockington. He catches it this time. He scores his second of the game. Should have been his third. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. 37-3 as they are pouring it on. We're going to look to get some of our backups a little run here in the fourth quarter. Buffalo is playing to their true expected level. I mean, the Gophers look ready to go. Chuck Fross had these guys ready. He had them ready. And they didn't disappoint. Let's get an interception. They're gonna really milk this clock right now? Okay. We'll see you in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 7 for Buffalo. Entering the fourth. Picking up. It'll be 3rd and 7. Do we have a different quarterback in right now? I think they messed up. I will plan on doing the same soon. Okay. 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 What was that? Jeremiah Watkins, the speedster freshman. Maybe he should have been playing. Wow. All right. And they're suddenly on our side of the field at the 34. Motion to the right. Handoff. It's contained by Kelly. No gain. Rylan Kelly, 6 tackles today. 2nd and 10. 2-9 Philly. I think everyone knows what that play is by now. Pressure coming. It gets to him. Brought down for their 3rd sack. Devin Eastern, pure power. 3rd and 18. Is this Gray? Gray is the quarterback right now? All right. He's got a man. He's got some room. Nice tackle made by Kelly to stop him short. It'll be 4th and 2. Big pressure on him. Crowd the box. There's no way they run a read option this dude, right? Misdirection. They're going to pick up the first down on the ground. Why are these guys moving the ball better than their starters? Oh, God. Parrish is there, but a gain of 4. Catch made by Evan King. 2nd and 6. Got another man on the flats, the other side, and he's gonna score. Their first touchdown of the game. Breaks the tackle. Burling is into the end zone for Buffalo. I mean, we went for the big hit. Probably wasn't a good call. I just thought there were enough guys around to make that play no matter what. But look at this. We don't wrap up. Coach Fross is pissed. I mean, he's getting ass chewing on the sideline after the play like that. Your head up and wrap up. The hell is that crap? Wrap up. Christ. Coach Fross is pissed. All right, we have a 28-point lead, 6 minutes to go. They've got their backups in. Unbelievable that our starters gave up a touchdown to the mass subbed offense of Buffalo. Taylor's still in here. I don't want him to get hurt. I don't know why he's in. He's so much better than everybody else. Can we please not run him right now? Why is he in? Why are all of my starters in? Am I missing something? Is mass subs not working? Another first down. Hello? What is going on? Did I mass sub starters last time? Were we already mass subbed automatically? Am I just... Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm sorry about that. Oh, we got a little bit of a different cadence here. Good throw! That is caught. Brockington's still in. Dylan Whitkey is 1 for 1 on the day. A little bit of a different release. First attempt from the 40. Handoff. Not much there. Our backup lineman just got destroyed up front. Our center, 56, is still getting the cobwebs out of his eyes apparently here. Third and 3. Tough catch and run. Our tight ends have been heavily involved today. Let's see if we can get Redding on this first down. If the safety comes up, we're going to maybe give Brockington a shot. He does not. We're going to have the crossing route. We've got the first down. Redding's going to outrun him. He's gone. See ya. It's 6 for the Gophers. The backups are on the board. They answer Buffalo's backups. It's 44-10. I think we might call it there. We'll do a little super sim, and it's 3rd and 10. 4th and 4, they'll punt. Let's see what happens. 3rd and 4 for us. We'll pick up the first down. A.J. Turner's going to have a 28-yard run to get to the 28. Danielle Hayes gets a rush. And that'll be the ball game. Your Minnesota Golden Gophers. Coach Chuck Fross tenure starts off hot with a 45-10 decimation of the Buffalo Bulls at home. Player of the game, Drake Lindsay, the redshirt freshman quarterback. A lot of good contributions today from those Goldies. Take a look at our stats. Drake Lindsay was 19 of 25 with 3 touchdowns. Dylan Whitkey 3 for 3 off the bench. Did have that 1 interception for Lindsay. Didn't hurt us. Darius Taylor, just 7 attempts for 63 yards. Average 9 per carry. I guess with those sacks, Lindsay only ends up with 1 yard rushing. A.J. Turner off the bench with 4 for 35 himself. Drew Biber, our leading receiver today, the senior tight end out of Cedarburg, Wisconsin, with 5 for 44. Taylor had 5 catches, 39 yards. Malachi Coleman, 4 for 29 and a tutty. Lameek Brockington, the senior, with 4 for 42 and 2 touchdowns. He dropped a third. Javon Tracy, just 2 catches, but he did have a big 53-yard reception. Quinton Redding, 1 for 33. Defensively, 8 solos for Rylan Kelly. The corner led us in tackles there. 2 tackles for loss as well. Darius Green, 4 tackles, 4 solos. A total of 11 tackles for Kelly. I overlooked that, I guess. Wow. Coy Parrish, 3 solos, 7 total tackles. 1.5 sacks for Devin Eastern. No interceptions today. We did have 2 forced fumbles. 1 return for 6. 1 kick return touchdown as well. Did Coach Frost work his magic? I saw a lot of firsts in interest. I saw a lot. Why is playing style like not even calculated right now? So we're gonna lose everybody in this case. Oh. We have some hours to play with now. Tyreek Hadley did lock us out, unfortunately. He looks likely headed to Syracuse, but time will tell on that one. So with week 1 under our belt, Tulane coming to town next week. That'll be it for this one. I'll see you in the next one.